Hi, I'm here at the Entrepreneur Circle's Implementer event, where I'm an expert on the numbers table, where people can come and ask me anything about numbers and cash flow. One of the questions I got early today was from a guy who's got a business that's grown. He's hit £1 million, things are going really well, but as he said, he runs it on gut over whether he's making a profit or not on his jobs. So he asked me, what numbers should he look at and when? Well, this is a common thing as a business grows. When you are small and starting out, gut might be okay, even the bank account might be okay looking at that. But one of the other things when you're small is just make sure is the bookkeeping done on time. Now he has a bookkeeper, the bookkeeping is done on time, he's just not looking at the numbers. So step one would be actually to have a management report given to him on a regular basis. I'd suggest weekly, and certainly in the early days with the bookkeeper or the accountant, but he has an internal bookkeeper, explaining what the numbers mean to him, so he fully understands the report he's getting. There's no point getting numbers that mean nothing to you, because you then start to ignore them. So I suggest that on a weekly basis. Then what goes into that report? Well, number one, definitely a profit and loss account. So, the sales, the expenses, and whether you're making a profit. His business has a few effectively departments, i.e. things that they sell that are quite different. So therefore I would want a P&L by department. It might be you have one by service or by product, because you want to know which bits of the business are profitable. Sometimes the business might be profitable, one bit of it is not, and the others are propping it up. Sometimes that bit might be something you need to do because it feeds the others, but fundamentally you need to know which bits of the business are profitable, which are not, where you should focus your time and energy. Then there should be a balance sheet, that's a snapshot of your assets and liabilities at any time, and a cash flow. A cash flow actually showing where did the cash go last week. This can be different to your profit and loss, because it would include taxes, getting your money in gross of VAT, and then having to actually pay VAT on a quarterly basis, corporation tax, loan repayments. You want to see every month what cash has come in, what has gone out. I'd normally want on there as well my debtors each week and my creditors. And then I'd want the KPIs that are driving my business. This can be different for every business. It might take a little time to work out what yours are, but we all have KPIs that help drive the business. And I think what is key is putting time in every week and perhaps a meeting to actually make this happen. I have a meeting every week for my KPIs. One of the team pulls them together. We have a meeting at 2 o'clock every Monday. The report is pulled together for me, but having that meeting in the diary means that I review them and talk through them. I'm as bad as anyone putting something off, whereas if the meeting's in the diary with a real person, I'll look at them. And we have a rule, we can miss 1 week, but never 2. We've missed this week, I'm here, and the person who pulls them together on holiday, but we'll definitely be doing it next week. And even if we're not both together, I can of course review the report on my own in that 2 o'clock time slot. But in the early days, I'd want someone there to explain the numbers to me. So, like I say, as the business grows, you can no longer just run it on gut. You need to know what your numbers are, whether you're profitable, which bits of the business are profitable, and also the other KPIs or key performance indicators, what numbers you should be tracking. These might be non-financial. We track things like the number of leads we had last week, the number of meetings we had with prospects. We track things like the number of videos or blogs we've done, all things that actually drive success in the future. So get on those numbers, it'll make a real difference and put you in control of your business, because when you reach £1 million, gut isn't enough. See you soon.